Clint Eastwood's Unforgiven, 1992, is a Western masterpiece that explores the complex themes of violence, masculinity, and morality. Eastwood himself stars in the film as William Munny, a retired gunslinger who is lured back into the life of violence to avenge a brutal assault on a prostitute. Alongside Eastwood, the film stars Morgan Freeman as Ned Logan, Munny's old partner, and Gene Hackman as Little Bill Daggett, the sheriff of the town where the assault takes place. Unforgiven is a powerful exploration of the consequences of violence and the fragility of justice in a society that glorifies it. The film subverts the traditional tropes of the Western genre to create a morally complex and emotionally impactful story. The film opens with a brutal assault on a young prostitute named Delilah by a group of cowboys in the town of Big Whiskey. The assault is so severe that Delilah is left disfigured and unable to work. The women of the town, led by Strawberry Alice, demand justice and put a bounty on the heads of the perpetrators. The bounty attracts the attention of William Munny, a retired gunslinger who is now struggling to make ends meet as a farmer and raise his two young children. Munny is persuaded to take the job by his old partner, Ned Logan, and they set off to collect the bounty. The film quickly establishes Munny as a complex and morally ambiguous character. He is haunted by his past as a killer and is deeply conflicted about returning to a life of violence. Munny is not a hero in the traditional sense. He is a flawed and damaged man who is trying to do what he believes is right. Eastwood's performance as Munny is subtle and nuanced, conveying a sense of weariness and regret that is rare in a genre that often celebrates violence and aggression. Ned Logan, played by Morgan Freeman, is Munny's old partner and the voice of reason in the film. Logan is a former slave who has been through his share of violence and hardship. He is a calm and patient man who tries to talk Munny out of his quest for revenge. Freeman's performance as Logan is understated but powerful, conveying a sense of wisdom and experience that is essential to the film's themes. Gene Hackman's performance as Little Bill Daggett is one of the highlights of the film. Little Bill is the sheriff of Big Whiskey and is determined to maintain law and order in his town. He is a brutal and sadistic man who is not afraid to use violence to achieve his goals. Hackman's performance is chilling and unsettling, conveying a sense of menace and danger that is palpable throughout the film. Unforgiven is a film that subverts the traditional tropes of the Western genre to create a morally complex and emotionally impactful story. The film challenges the audience's expectations of what a Western should be and explores the consequences of violence in a society that glorifies it. The film's exploration of masculinity is particularly noteworthy. The film presents a nuanced and critical view of traditional masculinity, showing the ways in which it can be both destructive and self-destructive. The film's portrayal of violence is also notable. Unforgiven does not shy away from the brutality of violence, but it also does not glorify it. The film's violence is often quick and brutal, and it is clear that there are real consequences to the characters' actions. The film also explores the psychological toll that violence takes on its characters, particularly Munny. One of the most powerful scenes in the film is when Munny finally confronts Little Bill. The scene is tense and unsettling, and it is clear that both men are deeply damaged by their pasts. The scene is a masterclass in acting as Eastwood and Hackman play off each other in a battle of wills. In the end, the film's message is clear: violence begets violence, and the cycle must be broken if society is to progress. In conclusion, Unforgiven is a masterful exploration of the themes of violence, masculinity, and morality. The film's complex characters, nuanced performances, and subversion of traditional Western tropes make it a standout film in the genre. The film's exploration of the consequences of violence and the fragility of justice is both thought-provoking and emotionally impactful. Unforgiven is a film that stays with the viewer long after the credits roll, and its message is as relevant today as it was when the film was released nearly 3 decades ago.